Hello everyone, how are you? Really, how are you doing today? This is episode 15 of Is It Expired? As always, I start these off by saying, please don't use expired makeup. I know what potentially can happen, and I'm taking that risk for myself. I don't recommend other people do the same. The reason I'm doing this is because I have been a collector of makeup for a little over 10 years now. I have almost 1,000 makeup products, and I forget about a lot of things. So I've put everything into a spreadsheet, I let a random number generator pick 5 items, and I give those a test for a week. I test if the consistency's changed, the smell, the texture, and how they perform on my face. If any of these are different from when I got them, I end up throwing them out. It's been a lot of fun. It's really nice to be able to use some things that have been getting neglected and just kind of shop around my entire stash. With that, I will be doing an inventory in the new year, as well as showing how I do my spreadsheets. So if you want to see that, let me know. That will be a few episodes, just due to the fact that there is so much, and that's fine. It'll be a fun little project for me. I am going to make this short and sweet this week because I have been so incredibly sick, and it was hard enough for me to even put a face on. I have not put makeup on in about 4 or 5 days. So let's see what we picked last week. Unfortunately, it didn't get a lot of wear, but I did get ready a couple of times, so I would have known if something had gone off. First of all, I have the Makeup Revolution I Heart Revolution Gold Elixir palette. This is a highlight palette. It is very pretty. It is just a white and pink highlight. I have had this for 5 or 6 years, and I really, really like it. It's something that I just forget about quite often. I did kind of throw it on again today, didn't want to dig in my highlight drawer for a new highlight. This was out, so I did use it again. I really like it, and I am excited to continue to use it in the new year. Next, I have my Benefit Hoola Bronzer. This is my very, very ugly Benefit Hoola Bronzer that I attempted to repress, forgot about midway through the process, and it just ended up looking like a mess. It's fine. I can still see a pan down there, so there's not a ton of product left in this. It is about 8 years old. I do want to use it in 2024, but this is just the gift that keeps on giving, and it's like, it won't end. So here's hoping, but I don't want to put a lot of focus on individual products in 2024. I want to focus more on what I'm actually spending money on, conscientious spending, as well as just using what I have already. Really focusing on going through what I have, and that's the great thing about this project, is I get a new 5 items to play with every week, and then I can kind of mix and match for the other products that aren't involved. Next, I do have this Christian Dior Show Fusion Mono Matte Single Shadow in the shade Nocturne 091. It is a matte black, but then it does have like purple and blue shimmer in there as well. So I do really like this. I did use it as both a base as well as an eyeliner, and it still works beautifully. It had barely been touched before bringing it into this project, so it was kind of nice to play with. And it's just, I don't generally gravitate towards a black single shadow due to the fact that I have blacks in a million palettes. Let's be honest, most people put a black into their palette, so I forget about it. Again, it's one of those things. So I am really looking forward to remembering I have this and hopefully using it again. I enjoyed using it. It worked phenomenally as a base with some glitter over top, so I love it. I do actually really, really like this. And wow, 6.5 grams. I am never going to use this up, which is fine. I will just put it back in my inventory and hopefully bring it out once in a while if I can remember it. Next I have here this is when it was Kat Von D Beauty Countess Studded Kiss Lipstick. It's just a mini. I actually used this as a blush both of the days I got ready, as a cream blush, and I did really like it like that. It blended out seamlessly. I actually really, really liked the look that this gave, so I'm hoping I will remember that in the future because I don't necessarily always want to go for a bright orange lip. but I love an orange blush. So, this is about 8 years old, as is that Dior Single Shadow, so these are getting up there, don't get me wrong, but I can't justify throwing them out when they're still performing really well, and I'm not reacting in any way. There's no negative side effects to me using these products. Yet. And then last here, I do have the AOA Studio Paw Paw Concealer in Fair Ivory. This is only about 3 years old, and it is almost empty. This is definitely something that I will be able to use up in 2024. There is not a whole heck of a lot left, so it's going back in my inventory, and it's going to be something that I grab on days that I don't have a concealer in this project, and I want to use this up. That is last week. Again, short and sweet. Let's move on to this week. I definitely grabbed some fun things this week, but I did like a 10-minute face. Like I said, I have been so incredibly sick for a week, and I just didn't have it in me to put in a ton of time and effort into my face today. I didn't want to get too fancy because honestly, pretty much as soon as this video is done, I'm going to be taking my makeup off. I'm just having a week, you know, it's one of those. And then it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, so everything is kind of like sloth mode anyway, but due to that, I've missed a few outings, I've missed some family things, and I'm going to be missing New Year's. I don't think I'm going to be making it out for New Year's Eve, and that's fine. I'm at the age where it is what it is. So let's move on to what I grabbed. This is the Smith & Cult Veiled Threat Foundation in the shade 120 Cool. This, I do believe, is just like a tinge too light for me, so I do have to mix it with another foundation to get a shade that works. And I'll be honest, like today, I fought with it. It did not want to meld into my skin properly. It was making my skin look really flaky, but I don't think I can fault the foundation because, like I said, I have been sick for a week. I'm incredibly dehydrated. I have not been eating properly, and I haven't been taking care of my skin the way that I usually would. So I can't fault the foundation at this point. It's only about 2 years old, maybe 3. It's not incredibly old. So I don't think it's the foundation. It's one of those things that I'm going to have to keep testing because it might just be my face. It's probably just my face. Next, I have the Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in the shade Doodle. So this is just the black and white. I think it's hilarious that I have like 12 of these and it picked the black and white. I'm happy, I'm grateful for that this week because I just used the black as an eyeliner. Like I said, didn't want to get fancy. These are wonderful. I got these, I think earlier in 2023. So these are fairly new. I adore playing with them. They are a blast. There's tons of fun colors. There's UV colors. There's metallic colors. And you can get really fun and funky with them. This one, I mean, you could, but I just appreciated that it was a basic liner for me right now that I didn't have to get crazy with. Next, I have this Stila Sun Bronzing Powder in the shade 1. This is probably 8 or 9 years old. It is a little bit warm on my skin. It is not quite the shade I love. It is a little bit too orange for me, but it's okay. Like, it works. I can make it work. It blends in really beautifully, and that's, you know, enough for me. So it is what it is. I have just had this. I've had this forever. It doesn't smell like anything. It feels really silky still. There's no change in the texture or the consistency. There is no weird bumps or anything growing in the actual palette. So I am going to keep using it. I think it will work a little bit better in the summer just because of the warmth in it. But I will play with it this week and see what I can do with it. Next, I have the AOA Sculpting Brow Pencil. This again is brand new, 2023. This is the triangle shape tip. I am trying so hard not to cough my lungs up here. I am struggling. I'm doing my best here. I am so sorry. Again, hot mess express. Always. I can't who I am as a person. This, I did use today, and I don't know if anybody else gets like this, but when you move from one brow type of product to another, like I've been using that mousse pomade thing, back to a pencil, struggle. I was on the struggle bus the whole time. This I was having such a hard time with. And it's just the change from a brush with a pomade back to a pencil. It's like my brain takes a few days to comprehend it and get used to it. I have nothing against this. I can't say if it's good or bad because I have to get used to the product again first. Brows are like that for me. I get comfortable with one type and then you throw in a different kind and it's chaos. It's nothing but pure chaos at that point. So I'm going to use this for the week and I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. I was having a tough time today. All around tough day. It does just have a spoolie on the other end. It's nice and fat and fluffy. So the actual product in itself seems great. It's new. I just need to figure my entire life out. The whole thing. All of it. Okay. And then I have here the ColourPop Witching Hour Hocus Pocus palette. This is the second one that they put out. This is the only one I have, I believe. I really, really liked these deep tealy blues and these beautiful purples. I love that today I went for just the 300 Years, which is the shimmer, and then I did put a little bit of the blue into the outer corner just to give it a little bit of depth, as well as the Summon Us, this matte tan color just in my crease. Literally the quickest, easiest eye look ever to get me through this day. I do really love this, so you can go from easy peasy, walk out the door done, to dark, smoky, sultry. So you have a lot of options with this, and I love that. This is about 4 years old, maybe 3. I think this one is 3 years old. That sound right? I didn't get it right when it launched. I got it about 8 months later, so I think it's about 3 years old. Yes, and I do really like it. They are beautiful pigments. The shimmers are stunning. Oh, and they're so smooth. And the mattes, very, very silky. Like, they're beautiful. They are. I cannot deny that. I will do more intricate looks with these particular projects when I am feeling better. I hope that soon. It has been 4 or 5 days and I've had enough. I honestly don't get sick that often, so this is really just driving me a little bit stir crazy, which is weird because I work from home anyway, but like it is making me stir crazy. I'm missing my roommate's birthday today, so I am a little bit bummed about that, but I don't want to go somewhere with a bunch of people and make other people sick. That's, I would feel terrible. So I am trying to do my best to just keep to myself. It is not COVID, but I still don't want to give other people a cold. That's not very nice of me. So I'm just kind of being a hermit as best I can until it goes away. But that is it. Like I said, short and sweet. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to do a quick check-in today. And that is my quick check-in. So have yourselves a wonderful day, evening, weekend journey in your life, and a wonderful New Year's. 2024 is around the corner. I hope everyone has some wonderful goals that they want to hit. My goal for 2024 is being able to speak English tolerably. If anyone has any beauty-related goals for 2024, let me know. I love them. I love the ideas of project pans. I love watching all of the different kinds. I just can't dedicate that much time and effort to one particular item when I have so much. I want to bring in new items every week that I can play with. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I use up some products. I think I used up 39 beauty products in 2023. That's a hefty chunk. I'm not mad about that. I did declutter 70-ish. Mostly lip products that I did get when I worked at Sephora that have just been hiding in the back of a drawer. So that is on me. They were like 9 years old and they had gone. If you want to see what those were, they are on my Instagram. I will link my Instagram down below and I will put it here. And feel free to check that out if you want to. Otherwise, see you later.